The negative that I see is that as our monitoring of religious freedom has increased and we're doing more about it, in the world as a whole, conditions are deteriorating. There are countries like Russia that, just like Ukraine, had moved into a place of a much more positive attitude towards regulating religious organizations, are moving backwards. In China, it's kind of in and out. Sometimes things seem better, sometimes things seem worse. And then, of course, we have the rise of radical Islam and all of the concomitant factors that are leading to greater restrictions on religious freedom in many countries than ever existed in prior decades. So we have to see that there's still a tremendous amount of work to do. And another negative is that as the government has institutionalized these two bodies which monitor religious freedom issues throughout the world, the NGO community, which was really the source of a lot of this legislation and of the movement that created it, is as fragmented as ever and as underfunded as ever. And as Paul just mentioned in his comments, I think it's very important that there be other actors besides governments and besides interaction at the diplomatic level to bring about change, because we're talking about changing the laws of sovereign nations. And just as it takes us a long time to develop a new public policy and turn it into law, witness the healthcare debate, changing a country's approach towards regulating religious organizations and matters of faith is also a long-term process. And it has to involve lawyers, it has to involve policymakers, it has to involve politicians on the country level, as well as here, because we have lots of good ideas, but we can't make them happen in other countries unilaterally. And that goes to a point that was a great concern of mine, particularly at the time they were considering the Wolf-Specter bill in Congress, which was, what will the impact of this legislation be on the countries that we're trying to help, and particularly the people that we're trying to help in country? Are we creating a kind of star chamber proceeding where we will gather data, we will be the judge, we will be the jury, and we will just come out with a report, and the other governments, the religious groups in other countries will not have an opportunity to have any input?